Adhyaya 10, Shloka 6. Maharshayas sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yeshan loka imah prajaha Adhyaya 10 is popularly known as Vibhuti Yoga because this chapter deals with Ishvara's Vibhuti, the special manifestation of Ishvara in the universe. The human life becomes meaningful only when we relate to Ishvara. Without relating to Ishvara, the human life is meaningless. Therefore, we human beings should relate to Ishvara. If we have to relate to Ishvara, we should have three types of understandings regarding Ishvara. Number one, we should be aware of the unambiguous presence of Ishvara. There is Ishvara. There is no doubt regarding the presence of Ishvara. We should have this understanding. This is the first point. Ishvara astitva jnanam. We should be aware of Ishvara astitva. There should not be any ambiguity regarding the presence of Ishvara. Then, point number two, we should also be aware of the greatness of Ishvara, the glory of Ishvara. Some people might be aware of the presence of Ishvara, but they don't know the greatness of Ishvara. That is why, in some occasions, Krishna says, avajananti mam mudhaha manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Some people regard Ishvara as a commonplace entity. They do not understand the param bhavam, the greatness of Ishvara, as the glory of Ishvara. Therefore, the second point we should be aware of is the greatness of Ishvara. The greatness of Ishvara is in the form of his being Jagat Karana. He is the cause of the entire universe. Sarvajna, all knowledge. Sarvashaktiman, he has all power. All pervasive. This is the second point we should understand if we have to successfully relate to Ishvara. The first point was the presence of Ishvara, Ishvara Astitva. The second point is Ishvara Mahatmya, the greatness of Ishvara. And then the third point, the special manifestation of Ishvara in the universe. In fact, the entire universe is a manifestation of Ishvara. Yet, there are some principles in the universe where you can easily recognize the presence of Ishvara. There is a special manifestation of Ishvara. There is a concentrated manifestation of Ishvara's presence. This is the third point. It is called Ishvara Vibhuti, the Vibhuti of Ishvara, the special manifestation of Ishvara in various forms in the creation. When we are aware of these 3 points, we can easily relate to Ishvara. Understanding of these 3 points facilitate in relating to Ishvara. Therefore, in these verses, Krishna is talking about these 3 points. Bhagavan affirms the presence of Ishvara. Is there Ishvara or not? Krishna says, yes, there is Ishvara. And he also talks about Ishvara's glory. Everything in the universe, including the greatest of the beings, are born from Ishvara. The greatest of the beings are also created by Ishvara. Then you can understand how great Ishvara should be. See the verse. Maharshaya sapta purve, in the beginning of Srishti. Purve literally means in the past, referring to the beginning of Srishti, when this universe was just created. Then Bhagavan gave birth to 7 plus 4 Maharshis. Saptapurve, Sapta Maharshayaha and Chatvaraha Maharshayah. There were 7 plus 4 Rishis. Why 7 plus 4? Why we should not say 11? 7 plus 4 is 11. But Bhagavan is making a distinction. The first 7, they are of different type, and other 4, they are of different type. The first 7, Saptamaharshaya, whom generally we refer to as Saptarshis, their names are given in the Puranas. Bhragum Marichimatrincha Pulastyam Pulaham Kratum Vasishthancha Mahatejaha Sosrajan Manasa Sutan. The 7 rishis are enumerated. Bhrigu, Marichi, Atri, Pulastya, 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 Pulaha, Pulaha, Pulaha. Not Pulao, Pulaha. And Kratu, Kratu, Krathu, Kratu. And Vasishtha. These were the 7 rishis. Bhrigu, Marichi, Atri, Pulastya, Pulaha, and Kratu. These were one group of rishis. Bhagavan gave them the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas. He taught them the Karma Kanda portion, how to perform the Vedic karmas, how to lead a life according to the Vedic injunctions and Vedic values. These rishis, they took up a lifestyle that is suitable for performing the Vedic karmas. The suitable lifestyle for performing the Vedic karmas is the life of a grihastha. Only a grihastha can perform all the Vedic karmas. A sannyasi cannot. A sannyasi is not entitled to perform the Vedic karmas. So these seven were grihasthas. They took up the karma kanda, performed the Vedic karmas, and propagated the Vedic karmas, taught the Vedic values, Vedic dharma to the next generations to come. Therefore, they were the first teachers of the karma kanda. Then there were four other maharshis. Their names are given in the Puranas: Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. Four other rishis. These four became sannyasis and they propagated the Jnanakanda portion of the Vedas, which is known as Vedanta. So they propagated Brahma Vidya. They taught Brahma Vidya to the next generations. That is why the four are stated separately. 7 plus 4 Maharshis. Tatha Manavaha and Manus. There were 14 Manus. 1 4 Manus. Their names are also given in the Puranas. 14 Manus. Each Manu rules a particular span of time known as a Manvantara. Many years, many yugas together form a Manvantara. So each Manu rules over a particular Manvantara. The present Manu, the Manu who is ruling over this Manvantara, this period of time in which we are living, is called Vaivaswata Manu. Vaivaswata. There are 14 Manus Therefore, there are 14 manvantaras. They happen in a cycle. So, manavaha tatha, 14 manus. All these people, the maharshis as well as manus, they are not ordinary people. They are all extraordinary beings, blessed with the special knowledge, special qualities. Therefore, Bhagavan refers to them as madbhavaha. They are the wisest beings in the creation. Therefore, these great beings always think about Ishvara. Mayi bhavaha yesham te madbhavaha. Their mind, their emotions are dedicated to Paramatma. Since they are wise, they know that their greatness is on account of Paramatma's grace. The position that they enjoy is not their own greatness. It is on account of the greatness of Paramatma, the blessing of Paramatma. Therefore, even when they enjoy their position of Maharshi or Manu and perform their duties, they are always thankful to the Ishvara. They always remember the Ishvara as the one who created them, as the one who blessed them with special glory. Therefore, they are called Madbhavaha. Manasaha jata. And these are produced, the Maharshis and the Manus. They are created by Ishvara without any great effort. Manasaha. Manasaha means just by his sankalpa, just by a mere wish, Ishvara make them manifest. Manasaha sankalpadeva utpannaha. Madhusudana Saraswati interprets Manasaha. Manasaha sankalpadeva utpanna. They were born by a mere mental wish of Ishwar. Just by a thought of Ishvara, they manifested. Manasaha jataha. They were born as Manasaha. Means just by a thought they were born. This shows that Ishvara does not have to put effort to create the universe. For him, Srishti is like a breath. With the same ease that we breathe, the ease that with which we breathe, Ishvara creates the universe. Yesham loka imah prajaha. Loke imaha prajaha yesham. These Maharshis and Manus, they became responsible for further Srishti. We are all the children of the 7 rishis and the 14 Manus. We are all born from them. Not only human beings, including the animals, all are the progeny of these Maharshis and Manus. 7 Maharshis. We have to exclude the 4 because the 4 of them were sannyasis. They did not give birth to anybody. They only taught. They were gurus, acharyas. So, loke imaha prajaha, all the beings in the universe which we see today are the offsprings of these great beings who were created in the beginning of Srishti by Ishvara. Therefore, indirectly, we are all born from Ishvara. Everybody is born from Ishvara. That is why Bhagavan says, Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha. I am the father of the universe. I am the mother of the universe. And I am the grandfather of the universe. Pitamaha. The first father is none other than Ishvara. Then who is the first mother? First mother is also Ishvara. Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha. He is father as well as mother. That is why we have the concept of Ardhanarishvara. He is both father and mother. Shloka 7. Etam vibhuti yogancha mama yo vetti tattvataha sovikampena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. Now, Bhagavan is revealing the importance of understanding Ishvara's Vibhuti and Ishvara's Yoga. Yoga and Vibhuti. Earlier, I stated 3 points. The first point was the presence of Ishvara, Ishvara Astitva, and then Ishvara Mahatmya, the greatness of Ishvara. In this verse, Bhagavan refers to the greatness as yoga, Bhagavan's yoga. Yoga means the greatness. Madhusudana Saraswati describes yogam as tattadartha nirmana samarthyam paramaishwaryam iti yavat. Ishvara's samarthya, his ability, his power to create is called yoga, which corresponds with the greatness of Ishvara. Therefore, yoga means the Mahatmya, the greatness of Ishvara, and Vibhutim, Ishvara's Vibhuti, meaning the various manifestation of Ishvara. To some extent, it has been described in the previous verses. The Maharshis, the Manus, they are all born from Ishvara. Therefore, even the Maharshis and Manus are a manifestation of Ishvara himself. You can recognize Ishvara in the form of the Maharshis, Manus, and so on. Therefore, even Maharshis are Ishvara's Vibhuti. And even before that, in Shloka 5, 4 and 5, also certain qualities are enumerated, the qualities which are present in our mind, even they are Ishvara's manifestation, like buddhi, wisdom, etc. Therefore, they are also vibhuti. Therefore, etam vibhutim yogancha mama, my vibhuti and yoga, my greatness means Ishvara's greatness and Ishvara's manifestation. Yaha tattvataha vetti. If one understands them properly, if one learns to recognize them properly, then this understanding facilitates them to relate to Ishvara. One can relate to Ishvara through various sadhanas, even puja. Puja is a way of relating to Ishvara. You worship Ishvara in a given form. in a given image. Even to do puja, you should know the greatness, Ishvara Mahatmya, Ishvara Vibhuti. It should be understood. Only then one can have proper attitude while performing puja. Japa is another way of relating. Chant Bhagavan's name, repeats Bhagavan's name or a mantra. It is another way of relating to Ishvara. Meditation is another way of relating. There are various ways of relating. Whatsoever sadhana one does, to relate to Ishvara, he should have the understanding of the 3 points, as I have mentioned earlier. Without understanding, it is not possible to relate. So, what is the benefit of a successful relation with the Ishvara through proper sadhana? There are many benefits. Psychologically, there are many benefits. The relation with the Ishvara is very helpful in maintaining the sanity, psychological health. In due course of time, initially it requires effort to relate to Ishvara. But in due course of time, the mind spontaneously and effortlessly starts abiding in the thought of the divine. Divine thoughts, spiritual thoughts becomes the habit of the mind. And the mind does not get shaken from the thought of Ishvara, even at the time of temptation or crisis. Bhagavan calls it avikampa yogaha. Avikampa yoga. Yoga means focus. Focus of mind. In the first line, the word yoga meant different. In the second line, Yoga means focus. Focus on Ishvara. Focus means the ability to abide in the thought of Ishvara without effort. That is why whenever there is a disturbance, a crisis, a shocking news, a bhakta spontaneously takes recourse to Ishvara, whereas a non bhakta, one who does not take, one who does not do sadhana, one who does not relate to Ishvara, he keeps worrying and lamenting. He has no support of Ishvara to hold on to at the time of difficulty, at the time of emotional disturbance. Whereas a bhakta spontaneously holds on to Ishvara. There is a crisis, but a bhakta has a solace. Bhagavan takes care of me. Let me hold on to Bhagavan. This happens spontaneously as a result of long sadhana, long and consistent sadhana. So, such a state of spiritual maturity, a state of spiritual maturity where you are able to hold on to Ishvara with ease, and you are not shaken by the difficulties in life. You are not shaken by the turbulences in life. Such a state is called avikampa yoga. Avikampa means unshaken. The bhakta is not shaken. Avikampena yogena yujyate. He attains the avikampa yoga in due course of time. This is a state in bhakti. On account of bhakti, he has attained this state. Na atra samshayaha. There is no doubt here. A continuous practice of relating to Ishvara leads to avikampa yoga. There is no doubt in this. Any sadhana through which we can relate to Ishvara is a definite way to avikampa yoga. It may be any form of sadhana that enhances our relation to Ishvara. It may be puja, it may be japa, it may be namasmaranam, any such a sadhana, in eventually makes us attain the avikampa yoga. There is no doubt about it. Shloka 8. Okay. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaah. Bhagavan explains how the wise men relate to Ishvara, with what understanding and what attitude the wise men relate to Ishvara. Our attitudes depend on our understanding. It is true with anybody or anything. Even to a person, a gentleman. Your attitude towards a gentleman depends on your understanding of what he is. In the same manner, our attitude towards Ishvara also depends on our understanding of Ishvara. Therefore, understanding leads to attitude. When we have a proper attitude, we can relate to Ishvara in the proper way. A proper relation requires proper attitude. Therefore, understanding leads to attitude, and attitude leads to relation. Now, Bhagavan explains how a wise man understands Ishvara, and based on this understanding, he worships the Ishvara with the proper attitude. Buddhaha, Buddhaha refers to the wise men. The men of wisdom are called Buddha. Buddha, the wise men. Only wise men take refuge at Ishvara. In other words, taking refuge at Ishvara is the true wisdom. Buddha, how do they understand? Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. They understand me thus. Aham. Here, aham refers to Paramatma, Ishvara, Bhagavan. Sarvasya prabhavaha. Bhagavan is the cause of everything. Prabhavaha means karanam, cause. Bhagavan is the cause of everything. And when we say karana, it includes both nimitta karana and upadana karana. Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. Bhagavan is both the material cause as well as the intelligent cause. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. Pravartate. Everything continues to exist and continues to function on account of me. Meaning, Ishvara is responsible for sustenance of everything. Not only Srishti, even Sthiti, sustenance is on account of Ishvara. So Srishti and Sthiti happen because of Ishvara. And we can also understand Laya, Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. Ishvara is responsible for these three. Iti matva. This is their understanding. This is the understanding of the wise men. Bhava samanvita. When they have this understanding, they will have proper attitude, proper bhava. Bhava samanvita. Endowed with the proper attitude, attitude of reverence, attitude of greatest love. Ishvara is everything. Ishvara is the only refuge. They will have this attitude. With such attitude, Mam bhajante, they worship me, they relate to me. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ